Joining us now is a very, very special guest, somebody who needs no introduction, Sri Sri Ravishankar. Thanks very much, sir, here for joining us on Times Now. My first question to you, you're joining us at a time when, the current political climate, around the country is full of strife. There are protests around the contentious Citizenship Amendment Act. What is your take on it?
We need to improve this communication among the groups, among the people who are between the government and the group. It's instead of just looking at the surface level, go deep into it. What is that is making people come out and sit on the street for so long? There is some fear, some insecurity, there is some scars, some wounds. Unless we address that, we cannot do any cosmetic, smoothening of the system, you see. So, of course, some people may be using it politically for their advantage, but basically we need to improve communication.
So what do you think? So what do you think has led to the breakdown of the communication? Is it perhaps the fear in the minds of the Muslim community? That perhaps they might be marginalized.
It's obvious. There is some fear, some anxiety about their future. So I would tell them, I am always there. The CIA is a small thing. It's just giving refuge to people, persecuted minority who are coming from outside. I don't think it's just the CIA, one thing. But beyond that, there must be some deeper mistrust that has developed in the community.
I completely agree that, perhaps the communication has broken down and there is a sense of fear, a sense of mistrust and all of that. But don't you think the government should have, at least gone to them and spoken? I mean, we saw the Delhi elections, not even one single leader came out. Yes, there was a local MLA who did speak to them, but, neither from the union government nor from the state government. What is your take on it?
I cannot comment on this. They may have the reasons for what they did. I don't usually comment unless I hear both sides of the story. But I definitely would say that we need to improve our communication with people.
So you're saying that the government should go and perhaps talk to them?
Improving communication is necessary. That one word will say it all.
What is your advice in this context? How can that be resolved?
I would say that people who matter from both communities should come together and reassure people that all Indians, irrespective of their religion, their caste, community, their social status, will all get justice. They're all treated the same. There is unity among diversity, and this is the logo of this country.
Absolutely. Like you said, unity in diversity. But then if you must have noticed during the recently concluded Delhi elections, during the campaign phase, there were a lot of, leaders who actually came out. There was some Goli Maro rant, and then some people were called anti-nationals.
Well, I won't comment on what happens during election. It is a game that the parties play. It's a ping pong ball. They say things about each other and later on they make up with each other. That's not my field to comment on it, but I would say the religious people, spiritual people, NGOs and common people should take a stand of bridging the gap and then listening to people from both sides and remove all misgivings and misunderstandings.
So they say that it's
and put forth any specific demand they have to the government.
All right. So you're all for mediation and perhaps a dialogue is what Sri Sri Ravishankar is suggesting. On that note, thank you very much for joining us here.